Byron's caught the COVID blues. Campers have already arrived for the town's famous festival, but there was barely time to roll out their swags. It was a very short stay. The government shut down the show, sending punters packing.
We heard on the news that it's cancelled, but we haven't heard anything from the blues people yet.
We got in there all right, but then they about set up and they said that it's been called off, we have to go.
Knock me out, hey!
The Blues Fest was supposed to start tomorrow. More than 15,000 people would have poured in every day.
It's difficult. It would have been better if the Blues Fest had been perhaps in another few months instead of right now, or it would have been better if we hadn't had a hens party in Byron Bay.
That was the party at this pub on the weekend, where a local man in his 20s was infected.
He sat in proximity to the travellers from Queensland who were infectious at the time.
I guess the glass half full of me says it's only one, but of course the reality is one is still damaging and there's probably more to come.
Health alerts have been issued for several businesses, and the relaxation of restrictions is in rewind. The rules apply to 4 council areas: Byron Bay, Ballina, Tweed and Lismore, and they'll be in place until the end of the Easter long weekend. Masks are mandatory for everyone in shops, taxis, rideshare cars and on public transport. Hospitality workers must also mask up. Venues need to ensure they have 4 square metres for every customer and that they're seated, not standing. At home, the number of visitors is capped at 30. Residents in those regions are also being told not to travel elsewhere.
We won't be policing that, but it's very strong advice.
But when it comes to outsiders hitting the holiday hotspot,
It's not that you can't go there, just be careful, make sure you're extra cautious.
They don't care, they're here on holiday and it doesn't seem to have sunk in. Everywhere I look, there's no one wearing masks.
Sean Riley's surf school is already suffering.
A lot of forward bookings have already been kind of cancelled.
Some may be staying in Sydney instead, digging for dinosaurs. The Easter show was one of COVID's first casualties, but it's clawing back.
It's very quiet this year, I think, compared to other years because there's not as many entries, but it's still very exciting to be here.
I think it's just really good that the show could be on this year and come together as an ag community.
The show must eventually go on. Jessie Dorset, ABC News, Sydney.